Okay, I needed to let out something. I just visited my granny, my mother's mother. You know, and I had these thoughts running through my mind, and I was like thinking, because it never was okay with me. I didn't have a job. I'm useless. All these like how to say. There was no compassion to my situation. It was always, it's your fault, your fault, like it's your own fault. Like, you could imagine yourself that how like, I think most of you probably know yourself how it can, how this can go. And it came from all of my family. There was just like a couple of people who didn't really blame me for something. And then when I came to Lord, I'm talking about exactly this day, when the truth is setting me free, I'm realizing that there will be a people always like this. They will not be happy about anything. They have their own problems. They have their stubborn spirits around them. When I started to talk about to my granny about Lord, I had a zeal for that. I fired up, and I started to talk interesting things, you know, strategy. I just pour out the spirit on her, you know. It's definitely planting a seeds in her. If obviously, I hope I'm gonna pray for these seeds that they bring fruit in her life. She need a peace, happiness, and other stuff, you know, in her life. I want my granny to believe things, you know, what God is promising in the Bible. I hope she's reading Bible, because she have a big Bible book, very big and nice one. So I realize there will always be these people who will never accept you for who you are, because they have their own spirits around them, and they are blocking them from truth. They are blocking them from coming to Lord. So this is what I wanted to say. And Bible says as well that Jesus said, I will turn you to your family. I will turn you to your mother. I will turn away, or against your mother, or against your father, against your brother, against all your siblings. So this is what is happening. They will not accept. Obviously, my granny brought me to God. She was the one who brought me to Lord. She taught me that God, there is something higher. And from the young age, already from young age. So I was introduced with God only because my granny introduced God to me. And I'm so grateful and thankful to my granny for that, that she taught me God. She taught me that there is Father in heaven, that He is protecting us and giving us power. And that these things which she's talking right now is so travail. So it's a travesty. She's talking that Satan gives a power. Like, I'm like, what? She's saying that Satan can give power. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, and then she's saying, oh, don't talk about God every day, because you talking about God too much, and if you talk about God in inappropriate times, is not good. I'm saying to her, I'm already smart, and I'm like telling her, so you like to use God? She's saying that when you have a hard times, you need to pray for God, but anything else, nothing. And I'm like, what? She's trying to say to use Lord. This is the most biggest problem in the human lives, that we think that we can use God. We're using Jesus, and we're using God, and we're using Holy Spirit. Why do you use Him? Ask Him so He can use you. This is the biggest problem. People don't want to be used by God. They want to use God, and that's again pride. That is the biggest problem what people have in these days. They think they can use God for something, for their own needs, for their own urges. Complete nonsense. I'm sorry for words, bullcrap. I don't like that. I used to think like that as well. Well, not really. I always was like, I had that sense of humbleness. I had that sense of compassion. I'm grateful and thankful for Lord that He made my soul like it is today, like it is now. So yeah, my friends, I'm around in the Riga.